Andrew, thanks very much for joining us on day 2 of African Energy Week. How's the show been?
Oh, it's been excellent. I've had a thoroughly enjoyable first couple of days, yeah.
So just very quickly, CARGOSTORE, for those unfamiliar with the organisation.
We supply DMV 2.7-1 certified containers for the offshore industry, and also actually some containers for onshore as well. But yeah, we supply the specialised containers that are required to effectively move cargo from the shore to platforms and operations out in the ocean.
So your heritage in Africa dates back to 2004. How's that journey evolved?
Well, it come a long way, that's for certain, from being a little volunteer in a village in Rwanda to eventually working in the onshore industry in South Lokichar Basin. I ran a company there and we provided all the camps and a lot of the logistics as the Tullow exploration went on there. A move into project logistics, sort of into the forwarding business, at which point I came across CARGOSTORE. We have a division that supports the UN mission in Somalia, and then I joined CARGOSTORE 5 years ago in September.
And CARGOSTORE's journey in Africa?
Right, yeah, so obviously I joined the business with a view to really trying to build out the offshore piece in Africa, having operated across the continent myself. And yeah, we started that journey in Mozambique back in, I think the first units went in there in about January 2021, a few months after I joined. Obviously then force majeure was called, so everything paused temporarily in Mozambique. But as I speak, we've got equipment being loaded and ready to go down there once the force majeure has been lifted, which we're expecting soon. From there, we went on to Namibia. We were on the Venus 1 job with Bourbon and Total, which was obviously a major find of its day, and really is going to set Namibia on an incredible journey, incredible path. And then in the last couple of years, last year or so, we've been working quite a lot on the Baleine project, and then also in Ivory Coast, and then also on the Agogo project in Angola. So, you know, we're slowly growing across the continent, and opportunity by opportunity. And look, it's the most exciting place to be. Undoubtedly, it's the most investable place from an oil and gas perspective compared to pretty much any market anywhere else in the world. So why wouldn't we want to be there?
Absolutely, and listening to some of the narrative that you're hearing on some of the stages and in the conferences, as far as CARGOSTORE are concerned, are there any regions specifically that you now feel that you want to go after?
Well, we definitely obviously want to build out along that west coast, you know, having sort of got a few satellites there. We recently signed a partnership agreement with a company called Conships, Vaz McDonald in Ghana, in Accra. I was over there a couple of weeks ago, spent some time with him. I've known him. He was part of the very early part of my journey. I've probably known him for 20 years. So a great friend as well as a great business partner. So we'll be looking very much to build out on the West African corner there. I've had some great meetings here around Namibia. And then obviously Mozambique it's coming. So we're poised to build there. And then I think, you know, we'll see. South Africa is a little bit nascent. You know, there's conversations about whether they're going to drill again and explore again. So we'll be watching that. You know, really, anywhere that's got a coastline in Africa where somebody's going to drill and explore or build an oil field or a gas field, we'd like to be there.
Well, it sounds like you've already got a very strong base, and you've obviously got a lot of relationships from the time that you've spent here over the years. Thanks very much for spending some time with us to tell us all about it, and good luck with the rest of the show.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Andrew.